What's up, e-rollers? This is Rollin' Dirty coming back with part 2 of my Ironhorse Trail series. This is the second half of a two-part series. So if you haven't seen the first video, it's on my channel. Go ahead and go back. You'll note that in the first video, the footage was taken with a cell phone camera that was held in my hand. And is not quite as stable as what you see here, and also doesn't have some of the transitions that you see. I used a different camera for this one, and I think I'll continue to use this one. The only downfall is the battery doesn't last as long, and it requires some pretty large SD cards. Anyway, yeah. So this particular part of the trail is the part that leads right up to the Snoqualmie Tunnel. And you'll see that as I make some headway on the trail here, you'll see that I approach a tunnel, and then I'll take you through the tunnel, and then on the outside of the tunnel, you'll get to see what the beginning of Eastern Washington looks like. The tunnel is basically the pass on this trail, and Western Washington does look and smell a little different than Eastern Washington. Both are beautiful. Both have their unique pros and cons. Eastern Washington tends to be a little bit warmer in the summer, has in some places about 300 days a year of sun. And as you know about Western Washington, where Seattle resides, that's certainly not the case. So we do have nice summers on the western side, but they're a little more temperate, but we also have a little more rain. At any rate, the vegetation begins to change. You don't see that completely in this video just because, you know, I haven't really made it down the mountain yet, but the vegetation begins to change as you get further east, and it's got its own beauty to it. So this is, again, rolling on the Sherman Max. This is my favorite wheel by far of the four that I own. I like all of the wheels I have for their own reasons, but if you had to ask me which is my go-to, I'm going to tell you this is my go-to wheel. I really like the way that it rides, and I'm very happy with its performance. It's just very comfortable. You know, I've got an RS as well, and I like the RS for its own reasons. I actually, you know, it actually feels like it gets up a little bit quicker than the Sherman Max does, which surprised me. That being said, it does have brand new batteries, and so does the Sherman. But the one thing I don't like about the RS is it's a late model RS, and it's got those tilted pedals. And I know everybody, you know, not everybody, but there's kind of a division of perspectives on whether or not that's a good thing. And my view is it's just a little too much of a good thing. A little bit of slant is good, but too much is too much. And when your legs are being shoved into the side of the already wide case, it just isn't a pleasant experience for me. I'll probably shave the hangers down on that a little bit just to bring them down, and then put some adjustable pedals on it. Then I don't have to worry about it. I can set them whichever way I like. But I do like the RS. It's the one I've got is the high speed, and it's been a fun rig. I've also got the InMotion V12 high torque. Like it a lot as well. It's certainly got a different series of use cases than I use with the Sherman Max, so it definitely plays its part. I take it on trails that have roots and rocks and stuff like that, things that are a little more technical. At lower speeds, I think it really shines. At higher speeds, you start to see, you know, what it means to have a 16-inch tire. The pedal height is also a little more of an issue because of that at higher speeds, but no, it's still an amazing wheel, and if you're not planning on going above 30, then I would say it's a great wheel to start with, and the price is amazing for what it is. So yeah, definitely don't hesitate to look into the InMotion V12 high torque or high speed. if you're just getting in, it's amazing. It's an amazing wheel, and it's really refined, and you can tell it's well built. Just a nice rig. The last wheel I have is the Learner that I started on, which was, I just bought that off of Craigslist locally when I first came across these things just a few months back. I just started looking for a Learner, and there was a woman selling it locally for $600, and it was a 14D, Kingsong 14D. Now, it's a cool little wheel, but I'm a bigger guy, and I definitely max out the tire on it. So it was fun to learn on, but now I just kind of use it for, I'll throw it in the back of the car, like when I'm parking a little ways from the high school football game or something like that, and I just hop on that sucker and roll it to the game, pick it up and carry it up to the stadium because it's tiny, and it only weighs like 35 pounds. So it's got its place too. It's not going to be my trail wheel. It's not going to be a road wheel. It's going to be my in-between wheel, where I need to throw it in the car and hop out and go to a location nearby, but I don't want to have to walk. The Sherman Max is just it's just got the battery and the reliability that makes me, in the comfort in riding it, that makes me want to use it on trails like these. And you know, everybody likes good range, and it certainly has it. I'm about 225 pounds, so I can eat up the battery pretty quickly just because I'm a little heavier. But you know, by the time the battery's low, I'm ready to get off anyway. I'm feeling pretty tuckered out, so I'm either needing to recharge and sit down and recharge myself, or just go home. So here we are. We're just coming up on the tunnel. This tunnel is a few miles long. I didn't check exactly how many, but it's a fun ride. There's a bunch of people walking through here. This is a kind of a touristy activity that people do a lot of people do on the weekend. There's a parking area on the other side that you'll see when we get there. That people park at, and then they'll walk through the tunnel, and then they'll walk back and get in their car and take off. It's kind of fun. I mean, this is an old train tunnel. There used to be tracks here. This whole trail was train tracks at one point. It went all the way across state. And this just happens to be the tunnel through the mountain that crosses over from eastern Washington to western Washington, or western Washington to eastern Washington, depending on the direction you're traveling. I'm going to go ahead and play some music, and you can just follow along if you'd like to go through the entire tunnel with me here. Once I get to the other side, I'll continue down the trail a little bit, and there's some beautiful stuff to see. Feel free to comment below. Let me know what you think about the camera and the different effects. I play around with the effects a little later on in the video, and wouldn't mind your feedback there. Be a little patient with me as I play with those. I'm just trying to get a feel for what they can do, and I thought it was a little fun at the time, but you know, I again, like the RS pedals, it could also get to a point where it's too much of a good thing. So just give me feedback on what you like, and I'll definitely take that into account in future videos. Hey, and if any of you ever come to Washington State, you know, hit me up. Come roll with me. Like and subscribe, please, and please take note of the affiliate links in the comment section or the description section. Doesn't cost you any extra money to use them, but it does give me a little bit of a kickback, and it encourages me to make more content like this. Thanks, rollers.
Got this void in my chest that